Let's move on to the supports. Alright, get Edelgard going.
Save.
That is highly concerning. I wonder if that's a
We are
ghost.
within a monastery. No ghost would dare set foot in here.
Why not?
What is that look upon your face? I am no ghost, if that is what was on your mind.
Sothis, you don't have a corporeal form.
No. Who's there? Professor, what are you doing here?
Oh, I heard something.
Oh? Perhaps I was talking in my sleep.
Yeah, you having bad dreams?
Oh, so you heard me then.
I just said I heard you.
It was a nightmare. I've had them since I was a child. Stupid, pointless dreams I can't control. It's terribly frustrating.
Alright, I shouldn't laugh at Edelgard stating the obvious. So what are they about? Let's
Just
pry.
my childhood. A time before I had realized who I was destined to become.
Oh, you can trust me with anything.
I had a feeling you'd say that. I suppose I could try, but only if you swear not to tell a soul. I appreciate it. I dream of my older brother, paralyzed, helpless. My older sister crying for help that never came. The youngest babbling words beyond meaning. I see my family dying slowly, waiting in the darkest depths for a glimmer of light. I once had 10 siblings, 8 older and 2 younger. Such a large family, and yet I became the heir to the throne. Do you know why? Every last one of them was crippled by disease, or lost their mind, or died. I was the only one left who could inherit the throne.
Wow, how could such a thing happen?
Things kept getting worse. The darkness kept getting darker. In the end, I was the only one who survived. The nightmares are a reminder to never forget, to never allow such terrible things to happen again.
Never again, huh?
Even now, I'm the only one who can carry the weight of the Adrestian Empire. The future of the Empire, of everything, depends on me. I shared more than I intended to. I suppose there's something in the air tonight. I've never told anyone about my past before. Please, forget I said anything. Sleep well, my teacher.
Alright, well that's a lot of depth going on in there. Hey Hubert, a threaten to kill me?
Hello, Professor.
Misstep?
You seem to be in good health.
I am, yes. And yourself?
Of course. Doesn't seem intimidated.
Oh, right. I forgot he was actually doing that on purpose. I mean, he's just like that. But sometimes...
No, not at all. It's just that I find myself a little concerned for your well-being. You see, Lady Edelgard has taken something of an interest in you.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Don't be flippant. There is something you need to understand about the role I play here. One of my many duties is to determine potential advantages and potential threats to Her Highness. If you prove yourself useful to Lady Edelgard, then all will be well. If you pose a threat, I shall have to dispose of you.
You can try, Hubert.
Yes.
You won't need to, but
This
you
is
could
no
try.
joke. While I may be a student here, I am her servant first and foremost. Therefore, if an untimely demise is not to your liking, you would do well to demonstrate your utility with all haste. I should warn you that I am far less compromising than Lady Edelgard. Do not be at ease merely because you stand in her good graces for the time being.
I'm not worried.
Huh. Such confidence. I'm beginning to see why you caught her eye. My family, House Vestra, has been sworn to House Resvelg for generations. Since the dawn of the Empire, we have worked to protect the Emperor by any means necessary. Both in the open and in the shadows. If you incur our wrath, you will see just what I mean.
Oh, Hubert. See, you gotta be flippant with Hubert. Because that's the best way, I find, to disarm someone who's being intimidating. At least when you're on the same side. Don't let him win. I've already got Yuri rank B. Okay. Well, how did that late night meeting go?
Hey friend, thanks for joining me when I had to deal with that mess a while ago. You were a real help. I wouldn't say you fully earned my trust, but you've earned something for sure. I owe you.
Sure, if you'd like.
I would like. Open offer to share your desires. But if the price is too high, I reserve my right to refuse you.
Well, what are you doing here?
I was just rummaging through what we recovered from the Scorpions, and I stumbled across something pretty special to me.
Oh, hey, Luna Amethyst. Sorry, I had my chat covered for a bit, but hello. Flying through Golden Deer, huh? Here I am doing Crimson Flowers, finally. After a year of streaming this game.
It was under lock and key, so those thugs probably thought it was something of high value. The Elder gave it to me when I was small. Losing it really got me where it hurts.
You know what, that's fair. I do like it. I'm interested to see how I'm going to feel about it after... Because, you know, it was the first route that I ever played. So now that I've done all the other routes, I'm really interested to see how I'm going to feel about it when I have all the context that the game can afford me viewing it again. Let's see. Who is this elder, though, Yuri?
I guess it couldn't hurt to tell you about it. Can't quite remember how old I was, but my mother had taken in an elderly man wandering the town. He was worse for wear, could barely even walk.
Yeah, you know, that's fair.
Under our humble roof. In return for her kindly gesture, he taught me to read and write. This notebook is a relic of those times. Not too long after that, I came down with a terrible illness. We had no money.
There you go. That's a good plan.
So a doctor's visit was out of the question. My mother went everywhere asking for help, to no avail. And then the elder stepped in and saved me. I don't know how he did it, or what it was he did.
Oh, where is he now, Yuri?
Long since passed on. Natural causes. I believe it happened shortly after he cured me. My illness, it turns out, was part of a larger plague that swept through our village. So many died. And there I was, having escaped death by some strange luck. I felt grateful. And helpless. So little Yuri figured it would be his mission to help anyone he could as he grew up.
Yeah, I'll just pause here to say that so far, I would say that Yuri and Claude are two sides of the same coin. Whereas Claude has to, they're both schemers. It's just that Claude, you know, kind of operates in the light because he's, you know, the heir of the reigning house of the Leicester Alliance, and Yuri's kind of, you know, hanging out in Abyss, underneath, literally the undercity of Garrigmach. They certainly have their similarities.
I could. Not necessarily by making gold rain from the sky, but in smaller ways. The streets are filled with kids who have no homes, no food, so many dying of disease, or some cheap medicine would have saved them. I figure, if I can save even one unlucky soul, well, then I'm doing my part, you know? It's a small dream, but it's one I hold in my heart. To help those who need it. It's what my gang's about. When I recruit my people, it's to that end. To give them a home. The turf wars, the gang, all of it. To honor that dream.
He is a good guy. Just how honest are you being? Wow. Part of me thinks that he would actually like that answer. Like, the music says he's being very serious, but he's all about, you know, playing his cards close to the chest. So I'm gonna pick that answer anyway.
Wouldn't you like to know? Despite all I've done, I have my own honor. I don't lie to someone if I owe them.
Well, there's that Yuri
I do
smirk,
what
so
I
that
have to,
counts
whether people
as a
view it
positive
fair
response.
or foul. The way I see things, the goddess gave me two gifts: my life and my charm. That's been gift enough to get in with slimy nobles, so I can pull their strings as I see fit.
Ah, yes, the crime boss with the heart of gold. I respect that trope. I love the Yakuza series. Even though none of them are actually crime... None of the player characters are actually crime bosses. They all go through something like that. Oh, drugs and alcohol? Okay. But she's some kind of ringleader, I assume, right? Got it. We'll put it politely. Say that Yuri's been able to get in their good graces. I'm not actually at all familiar with Has-Been Hotel. I just, I only know the name. That's it.
Of course. It wasn't always easy, but in the end, it's all the same little game. Once I used a clever name, and my charms, to become the attendant to the head slug of a noble house. Yet another time, I took a name befitting the kingdom that landed me in the academy as a noble's adopted son. That's how I've gotten this far and earned my fortune. In doing so, I've spread my wings of protection further, to help those who need it most.
So Has-Been Hotel is set in hell. Okay. I'm with you so far. So Yuri, does that mean your name is also fake?
As though I'd tell you, friend. But perhaps you can share what it is you think.
I guess we're not going to get into what we think about Yuri. Me or possibly using a fake name. I'm pretty sure it comes up. I don't remember though. Anyway, let's see what Ferdinand and Mercedes have going on between them. A complete tonal shift.
This is unexpected.
Hello, Ferdinand. Did you come to pray?
I did. I quite like the atmosphere in the cathedral.
Ah,
It is holy
okay.
and solemn. Perfectly suited to a noble, wouldn't you say?
I guess so.
You guess so? I think the matter is rather clear-cut. It is incumbent upon nobles that we pray regularly.
That sounds
to the
like a
goddess.
fun
The
OC.
piety of the nobles is a model for commoners. It teaches them the value of devotion.
Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. I couldn't agree more.
These days, many nobles scarcely, if ever, pray. Look around. You and I are alone in this cathedral. It is really quite a shame.
Well, I don't really know that I count as a noble anyway.
I am afraid the nobility seems to be losing its way. When you pray, you're usually alone, right?
Yes, you're right. I usually am.
Precisely.
Nice,
Where
good
are the
names.
others? Of course you cannot force people to worship. That is out of the question. Nobles must determine for themselves what they will believe and how they will pray. A religion foisted on you without your say is not much of a religion at all. Do you not agree?
Yes, I definitely agree. Definitely agree.
On the other hand,
Oh,
we
poor
cannot
Mercedes.
stand idly by
He's totally checked out.
It was great talking to you, but I'm getting pretty sleepy. I'm gonna head off to bed. Good night.
All in all, one has to conclude. Mercedes, where did she go? I must have inspired her to go out and revive the faith. Perhaps I should do the same.
Oh my
Cannot let
god,
her show me up.
Ferdinand, please. Alright, I have to clear this one list. As much as I love both Linhardt and Bernadetta, can't. The focus here is on supports that are outside of the starting
I
houses.
guess taking them all up in one go is a bad idea.
Annette? Are you okay with all those boxes?
Linhardt! Hi, I'm so glad you're here. I don't know if I'll be able to handle all these. I thought I may as well get it over with, so I decided to carry them all at once. Big mistake.
Smart thinking. Do it all at once. That's what they say, right? Work smart, not hard. I think you've got it from here, so I'm off to take a nap. Good luck.
But maybe you could help. Nope, gone. Ugh. It's fine. It is fine. Just a little further to my quarters. I've got this. I'll just...
I love Linhardt so much.
Huh? They didn't fall.
That was almost pretty bad.
Linhardt, I thought you had an important nap to get to.
I'd call it insomnia, but I suppose it was really just a guilty conscience. I came to see if you needed help.
See, he's got
And sure enough,
a good
here
heart
you
deep
are,
down.
about to tip all the boxes on the floor.
Thanks. Though it may have been best if you had just chipped in from the start.
Huh? But it was your job. Why would I step in? You clearly had things handled.
Then why help me at all?
If the boxes had fallen just now, everyone would have had to help tidy them up anyway. If anything broke, more boxes would need to be carried. And if all of that came to pass, then there'd be noise and no chance of my taking a nap.
Huh. But if you had helped me from the start, there would have been no danger of anything being dropped at all.
Correct. But there was no danger yet, and so there was no need for my help. So I left you to it. Try carrying one box at a time instead of straining to do it all at once. Work smart, not hard, as they say. All right, well, I think you've got it from here, so I'm off. Good luck.
After all that, he's not gonna help me.
I do want to point out, though, I feel like there's a slight contradiction in the way that he said, well, you clearly had it covered, but also he had a guilty conscience. Which is it, Linhardt? Did you think she had it covered, or did you not think so? Anyway.
That was some good sleep. How nice it is to enjoy the sunrise all by my...
Good, you're finally awake.
Ah! Who's that? Oh no, I'm falling. Oh no, I'm emoting! Calm.
Wait, no!
Yeah, sure, that sounds fun.
That hurt.
You're telling me? Do you normally start your day by startling people out of trees?
Not normally, no. Sorry, but I couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait. It's so early. You must have stayed up all night.
Huh, I suppose I did. How unusual. that's what happens when you get carried away with research. Then I remembered what we talked about, so I've been waiting here for you to wake up.
Well, here I am, wide awake. How can I help you?
I found an interesting document about Saint Timotheus. There are some fascinating things down in that place you and your buddies call home.
Timotheus? That's...
The saint whose major crest you bear. His bloodline was believed to have died out 1,000 years ago. It's theorized that your crest and the crest of Lamine have similar powers. Oh, Lamine was one of the 10 elites. Here's the best part. Turns out this Timotheus guy had the power to summon beasts.
I'm listening.
Take a look at this passage. The writing's kind of antiquated, but at least it's legible.
Saint Timotheus could converse fluently with birds and land-born beasts, and he considered these creatures his friends. He sometimes rode over hills atop an obliging deer, or called wolves to encircle him in battle. His sigh, inflected with the power of the Nightbringer's star, was immensely sonorous.
Nice recitation. So, there you go.
That's just how people from my village write.
Is that so? Huh. Anyway,
I've got
this obviously
the list
reminded me
open.
of you and your situation. You clearly have this same astral power, but to an excessive degree. And for some reason, it only manifests for you when you sigh.
Does that mean you can fix it?
Oh goodness, no. Or I should say, it's unlikely. There's next to no documentation about this stuff. And I don't know nearly enough about the other crests either. And Timotheus, again, nothing to go on. It's near impossible to unravel, so don't get your hopes up.
You know me. I'm good at keeping my expectations nice and low.
I just wanted to focus on that, but I'm looking over the list here. I see some interesting class builds that I wouldn't have gone for, but I do like what I see here. Marianne, Holy Knight, and Lysithia, Dark Knight. I did that in my run. Leonie is a great knight. Lawrence is a mortal savant. Raphael is a great knight. I wouldn't have expected those. Ignatz is a sniper. Yeah, I can see that. Ah, of course. Well, that makes sense. I'm looking here. I see Bernie as a holy knight. Definitely not a build I would have ever anticipated. Ferdinand as an assassin. Linhart as a holy knight. Okay. Caspar as a grappler. Makes sense. Dorothea as a dark flyer. That's a good idea. It makes sense because I see Hilda's going to be your dancer. Petra as a sniper. Sylvain as a swordmaster. Interesting. Felix as a sniper. Ash as a wyvern lord. Right, Mercedes as a war cleric. Annette as a dark knight. Is Hilda good with magic? Never actually looked into it. Because my guiding philosophy for dancers is generally pick someone who's maybe not that great at offense, because the whole point is to give someone who's better at offense, or just better at anything else, an extra turn. See, Annette is a Dark Knight. I can see that. Ingrid is a Wyvern Lord. Hanneman is a Sniper. Manuela is an Assassin. Catherine is an Assassin. Jameer is a Falcon Knight. Louise, Great Knight. Sedith, Wyvern Lord. That makes sense. Flayn is a Valkyrie. Yeah, that makes sense for her. Wyvern Lord Cyril. Swordmaster Yuri. Great Knight Balthus. Mortal Savant Constance. Okay. And Happy as a Gremory. These are some very interesting plans. Constance is a mortal savant. I have been trying to see what her secret bonus ability is for her hidden talent in brawling. I can't remember off the top of my head. It might be fun to mix things up, and I was planning on making her a Dark Flyer like her quote-unquote default class is, but I do think it might be fun to try to make her, or at least build her towards War Cleric. We'll see. I might just do it for funsies. Unlock it and not actually use it. All right.
Ambush! I knew you were out to get me!
There it is.
Ah! Bernadetta, please, calm down.
Calm down? Sure, why shouldn't I? Nothing's more relaxing than being spied on! I just love it when huge, scary men lurk behind me with their insidious smiles and heinous schemes! You just want to make me a laughingstock! Ruin me in front of everyone! I know it!
Please, listen. I only came to hear you play. That's it. Promise. I'm not gonna make you perform in front of everyone else. I just wanted to hear you myself.
Just you? Nobody else? Really?
Really? I kept trying to ask, but you always ran away.
That doesn't mean you can just watch me creepily from the shadows, you know. That would scare anyone.
You're right, I'm sorry. I just didn't know how else to get your attention. You get so scared. But it looks like I ended up scaring you anyway. I'll leave you alone, Bernadetta. I really just wish I could have heard you play.
Ah, you even figured out the pairings too, huh? I definitely haven't done that. To be honest, I'll take a peek at that too. Violet and Yuri, Claude and Lysithea, Raphael and Flan, alright. Ignatz and Marianne, Hilda and Cyril, Lawrence and Manuela, Leone and Sedith, Ferdinand and Dorothea. Yeah, all of these sound good so far. Caspar and Linhart, yes. Bernadetta and Felix. Petra and Ash. I forgot that Petra has a support with Ash. I gotta work on that. Thanks for reminding me. Sylvain and Mercedes. Annette and Hanneman. Constance and Happy. Catherine and Shamir. Yeah, good pairings. Can't complain about any of them. And I wouldn't. That would be awfully rude. But I do like all of these. Well, except Petra and Ash, because I haven't seen that one. Anyway. I've got to clear out this one. Right, Bernadetta and Dorothea. Bernie wants to be friends, but can she be friends with Commoner without her dad secretly yelling at her, plotting Dorothea's ruin? I don't know. Anyway, let's just go to Dorothea and Felix.
My goodness, I swear you're always training. Such a hard worker. So strong. Hello? Felix?
What?
You can hear me. That's good. I was worried maybe your ears didn't work.
What do you want?
Oh, nothing. Nothing in particular, I mean. But now that I'm here, and now that you've asked, when you've finished up, do you think you'd like to join me in the dining hall for something sweet?
I'll pass. I don't like sweets.
Oh, Dorothea.
Also, you're a nuisance. Stay away from me.
That's not a very nice way to talk to a classmate. Anyway, you sound like you're shooing away a stray cat.
Shh, shut up.
I am not a stray cat, Felix, and I am not leaving until you take a moment to chat with me.
You are a pest. Fine, do what you will.
Oh, you better believe I am going to keep doing exactly what I will. Maybe instead of a sweet treat, we can get something spicy. Would you like that? I've heard the dining hall is serving a dish with some Western spices in it. Does that sound good, Felix? Would you like something spicy instead of sweet?
You're distracting me.
Wow. Oh.
When I am hungry, I will eat. Alone. Stop squawking at me.
Well, since you asked so nicely, I'll leave you in peace. Goodbye, Felix.
Finally.
Oh, Dorothea. I'm gonna have to go over her list again just to be sure, but this is... I think that was like the only time I've ever seen her. Like, I know her whole thing for being at the academy is that she's trying to secure a future for herself. You know, look for a husband, or a partner, really. I mean, she's got that S rank with Byleth. But I think that's the only support conversation I've seen with her, where she's trying to flirt with someone and they're completely unreceptive to her advances. I guess I haven't seen Sylvain yet, but usually she's complaining about how she can't find the right person just yet. Felix and Lysithea, I have no idea what this is gonna look like.
Yum.
Oh boy.
So delicious. I'm so content in this moment. Felix!
Lysithea, you look mortified.
How long have you been there? Were you watching me? You were, weren't you?
I was, yes.
For once, I thought I had some privacy.
Did you say something?
Huh? Nope. Didn't say anything at all. Here.
What's this for?
I'm buying your silence. With cake. Take it.
I'm not sure what to be silent about.
If people knew I was shoveling cake into my face by the fistful, they'd think me nothing more than a child.
Adults eat cake.
You'll never understand. Just take this, will you?
No, I don't like sweets.
Does your refusal mean you'll be telling everyone about my cake shoveling ways?
I just don't like sweets, that's all.
Nonsense! Nobody can resist something so delicious. Look, I'm giving you this cake whether you like it or not. Eat it, toss it, throw it at an unsuspecting victim. The choice is yours. Just please don't mention this to anyone.
What was her problem? And what am I supposed to do with this cake?
Eat it, Felix. I know, he just said he doesn't like sweets. But, hey, shades of his support with Annette, although there's no song to make fun of. Yuri and Constance, we gotta get that up to C rank.
Yuri! Halt! How dare you make me run all over the monastery?
Calm down. That was all on you, Shady Lady.
Shady! You know full well I'm sensitive about that. It's as though you wish to be incinerated. What I mean to say is, all shall be forgiven when you do my bidding.
Yeah, Shady Lady.
I know.
It is
It's an
incredible.
honor I don't extend to many. You have have the rare opportunity to aid me in realizing my dream. I shall rebuild House Nouvelle. Nobility
Gotta
will
pay
be
attention.
mine again, and the glory of my esteemed family will once more reign supreme.
Blah, blah, blah. Restore House Nouvelle. Blah, blah, blah. Will you just stop? You're making my ears hurt.
Yuri,
I am but an
wow.
insignificant and beautiful creature. Surely there's nothing I have to offer for your plight.
Your facade does not fool me. I know you for what you truly are. With the nobility's backing, Western Fodlan's underworld is yours. Everyone has heard whispers of the savage mockingbird. That is you they refer to, yes?
Savage Mockingbird. Wow. That's a hell of a nickname.
Your time would be better spent laying the groundwork for me to reclaim my title. I envision you using your connections to apply pressure on the nobles in Enbar.
Right. So say I indulge you, that I agree on this killer bird you speak of. What I offer comes at a high price. You do understand that, right, milady? How exactly do you intend to compensate me?
But what greater compensation could I offer than to play a part in restoring House Nouvelle?
Restoration of houses does nothing to put food in my stomach.
I suppose, but rest assured that upon my return to power, you shall be suitably rewarded.
Let me cut through the mud here. You're broke, and you'll pay me after you get what you want. Wow. I love how irresponsible you are. Refreshing.
Then what would you have me do? I have nothing to bargain with now. No status, no wealth.
Perhaps rather than turning to a killer bird for help, you should be bound before the nobles or some such. Get down on all fours and lick their boots. See what that'll get you. Perhaps you're too prim and proper for that.
Lick their boots? Is tonguing their footwear likely to sway them to my cause?
My work here is done.
No, I was not through with you yet. You come back here. Hey!
Oh my god, incredible. Oh, Yuri. And Constance. Really, all of the DLC characters are great. Love them all. But, run out of supports.